Something ain't right, man. Something just ain't right. What's up, folks, man? I'm James Wells, and I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. Today we gonna do something a little different. I'm gonna bring y'all along behind the scenes while I edit a video. And this is for like my new creatives too, the ones that's a little scary to start editing, man. Listen, it's a part of the process. It's something that you have to do if you want your vision to get out there. It's okay to outsource for somebody to do it for you, but having an understanding of video editing would be very monumental to your creations. Now, I'm going to be editing in Davinci Resolve. I already got some clips laid out. I already got the audio imported, and it's a little bit um, out of my element because I normally don't film while I'm doing this, but I feel like it will be very helpful for someone or a new creative, even someone that's, you know, just getting into it and maybe need a little push. But this is going to be DaVinci Resolve. I'm normally a Final Cut guy. For the most part, I'm not doing nothing out of the ordinary. It's going to be simple transitions, if any, stacking some clips. What we're doing is we following a tempo. I'm tempo cutting. That's like, I call it that. Tempo cutting and tempo metering is what I call it because I feel like you can go on speed with the tempo cuts or you can go off speed, which create dynamic range in your editing ability to use effects or transitions. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's helpful. If you have any questions, put them in the comments, and if I can answer them, I will right away. But yeah, and if you have any ideas of how to make the workflow a little easier, or if you have tips and tricks that you use, please share them in the comments. I am not opposed to learning. I am one of them people that never wants to stop learning. That ain't right. Something ain't working. All right, come on. Let me see what I got going on here. Let me get y'all back out of here. We're gonna reverse. And that's all. A little technical difficulty. Bring y'all back to me. You know what I mean? So y'all can look at me while I work on it behind the scenes. See what's going on, man. Matter of fact, let me see if I can problem solve with y'all on. If it get too crazy, then I'm definitely gonna make sure that I put y'all on pause until I figure it out because I don't want to lose this feed. Okay, here we go. I found a problem already. It was muted because I had another track there and I erased it. That track was muted and I put this track in its place. So here we go. Okay. So it's a vibe. This is by Phil Thompson, an amazing worship leader, singer. You love with no limit. Unreal. So I'm gonna skim up and take that. So, yeah, I like that. Hopefully y'all can hear that. Let me get y'all back. Let me get y'all back now. Now that I, can figure some things out. Let me get y'all back. All right. Here we are. Click on that. Expand screen. Okay. So I'm gonna do that again because I want to find out where I'm gonna cut. Because I'm not gonna let this part play. Like this, the beginning, all that is not gonna play. As good as it is, we know that we're only doing a 30 to 40-second edit, so there's no need for me to do that. But that vocal when it come in, like I can't sing, but that drop. You love with no limit. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take my blade, which is located right in this area here. All your tools are mainly here. That's what you use. You got your snapping tool on and off. If you're not familiar with the snapping, it's like when you move a clip, it automatically gels or connects to the clip closest to it. So I got my blade right here. I'm gonna cut about, let's just play it back a little bit. You love with right there. So I'm gonna take my blade a little soon, just so I can kind of fade that in, let it warm up before it comes. I don't want it to come right in. Now, here go a little tip I was talking about. If you're not familiar with this, I just deleted this portion of the audio. Instead of grabbing this clip and moving it like that, I can then click in front of it and just hit delete. And it puts it right in front of the frame, right back to the top of the frame, I should say. And that can go for anything. But don't mess your edits up. Don't get ahead of yourself a little bit. All right. And let's see what we got here. Let's see. I'm going to fade that song in. So there's a little tab here in the top left corner. Hopefully you guys can see it. I just faded a little bit. Not a lot, but just to climb the music in so it doesn't just come in. Hey, you like just no. That's not what you want. Mhm. Matter of fact, give me some more. Give me some more. Boom. Let's try that. Let it warm a little more. When you love, you love. See what I'm saying? It changed the whole identity of the edit that fast. When you love with no boundaries. And here we go. So now we're at the part where we're gonna continuously stack clips and lay it out. So basically what I'm doing, and I'll show you a little something, just so you see where we at. All right there. Now I'll go find a clip over here in my media pool. Media pool is right over here. And it's right at the top. If you can see this is media pool. This is your effects. The effects I have is down here. This is your transitions, your audio transitions, your titles, your generators, and things like that. These are the things that you reach for when you want to add things to the video edit. Right now, we're just getting clips and laying out we're just laying our clips out. See right here, this is an up-tempo clip. Let me turn that down so you won't get the skimming. This is an up-tempo clip. This is not, I don't want that yet. I might use it, but not yet. I kind of want more worship. Let me see. Not the shot I'm looking for. Use that. Let's see what we got. So yeah. So we had a baby dedication this week. So I want to make sure that I at least show some of it. So this is a perfect part. I feel like he's describing love. And right now, Pastor E is praying over the children. So I would love to get a shot of that to add over top of this right now, just to create that innocent love of the child. And then we got the hand stretching towards the child and love and prayer. It was amazing, man. What an amazing time. I love to see kids get dedicated, giving back to the Lord and just to be covered is awesome. So yes. So let's see. I think we had a tier. Yup, right there. So that we're gonna. So what I do is I double click on this. It'll store this clip in this window here. Now I'm able to take this white tab right here. I'm able to take. So when I want to, let's see. All right, let's go all the way back. Okay. It wasn't stable yet. And right here, I want to take this. This is going to, you double click, or in my case, I'm on Mac, so I'm 2-finger pressing, boom, hit mark in, take the white tab and slide it down until I want to leave the clip. That's too much, because I want this to be kind of quick. So actually, I'm going to slide this back some more, my end point, and then bring to the out point right there. She wiped the eye, boom. Now you just scroll up and grab the clip, and it comes down with no audio, which is an awesome tactic because it'll keep you from having to worry about muting the audio and trying to do all these different things while you're just trying to get the footage laid out. Okay, now let's see what we sound like. You love with no boundaries. When you love, I don't like it. I don't like it. So it's like I'm going to take that right out. Okay, he's praying right there. That's going to be my N, mark N. Take the tab, slide it down to the right. And he's praying. I'm out right there because I don't want too much of it, but I want you to understand what was happening here. Let me move the clips up. Come on. There we go. Come on. Put it back in the window. All right, there we go. All right, boom. I'll leave it there just to see what we got. And this is all due to the snapping tool where it's able to stick to the other clip. All right, bet. Let's hear what we sound like. Love with no boundaries. When you love. I like that. I'm going to slow it down, but let me get the duration I want. 2, 3. So in my head, I'm counting clicks. I'm counting and it's the tempo of the music that I'm using. My edit is driven by music because I'm editing to music, obviously, but it's also staying on tempo. This is where I start tempo matching and tempo clipping and things like that. I got so much different language for the tempo stuff and for the melodies and all of that because that's how I edit. And I was self-taught for so long. that I came up with my own terminology. So feel free to use it. And if you know the real terminology, you can drop it in the comments. I still might not use it, but I appreciate you in advance. Let's see what we got. So here we go. I'm gonna show you live time. Clip in. 1, 2, 3, and we're out. And my next clip will start there. But before I do that, I'm gonna click on that clip, highlight it. You see it's trimmed in red. Let me move the cursor so you can see it's trimmed in red. I'm going to 2-finger press. In your case, it might be right click, whatever it is. Boom. Bring up this. We're looking for a change clip speed. So now we go hit change clip speed. You got options. You can actually click on this and type in your amount or your percentage that you want. I don't do that. I take the mouse and I just drag down. Hold on. And I just drag down. And I'm going to put it to like 80, 80, 81, 81. Let's see. Now let's see how this clip slow down. See if it go. And I'm still gonna do the 3 count. 1, 2, 3. I like. So now let's see the sequence of it. Yep. So here we go. So now now I want stretching of the arms. I want the stretching of the arms now. See, this is where you start to remember the clips, and now you're starting to catch a flow of what you want to use, what you don't want to use, because that was in a whole different time of the service. So here we go. Double click, add the clip to the frame, slide until you want it. Look at that's beautiful. I'm going to take that. That's going to be my end. Double click or right click. Boom. Do end. Take the white tab and slide. Boom. And I'm out. Mark out. Grab the clip. Bring it in. We're going to go down now. Build the timeline out. It's okay to stack clips up, but you want to build the timeline out. The thing about stacking clips, you can go as high as you would like. I mean, but at the end of the day, you have to fill the timeline because this is tempo, this is fill, this is flow, and we haven't color corrected yet. So you don't want to get too tedious because you're always going to be able to go back over and fill in gaps and holes and loops later. So we're going to do that. But right now, we're just trying to catch the vibe of the whole edit. And we're almost at 24 seconds, 25 seconds, and I wanted to do 30. So we're getting there because now I'm about to start cutting smaller clips and then get filler clips, and then we're going to go back and fill over top. I might come back for color correction for y'all and just show y'all when I did that part. But yeah, like it's just things to it that you can do. And this is my workflow. This is my workflow. If you have better workflows, or feel you have a better workflow or a different workflow, it don't have to be better. It can just be different. Put it in the comments or show me a video. Link a video to it. And let me check it out, man. I love to learn, man. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Thanks for chilling with me again. I really do appreciate it because this is definitely something different. This is not normally what I do. We do got a podcast coming. Yeah, we got a podcast coming, man. Hey, yo, the board and switched it up, man. I'm doing something different, man. I said I'm going to do a podcast with my creatives. What we're going to do is it's going to be a creative platform, but anybody's welcome to join because we're also going to talk about life. We're also going to talk about mental health. I feel like when we talk about life as a creative, you have to find that equal balance because we have families, we have school, we have work, we have like things to do, priorities, children. So in the case of this, sometimes it's hard to find that balance. So I want to create a platform where we can share creative ideas, share creative work, go behind the scenes of creative things and see people do things that we might not get that close to normally. And I could take you behind the scenes of some of this stuff and it'll be pretty fun. And then we're going to have guests on. We're going to have some creative guests on and hopefully they can give you some insight, maybe some helpful tips and tricks to get you going if you're into that same thing that they're into, because we're going to be doing a lot of creative stuff. And also the mental health portion, man, is very important because so many times as creatives, we get caught up in thinking that we have to be a certain way. And sometimes, man, it can get you. So, and it don't even have to be about being creative. It could just be life. You know, a lot of people suffer from depression, anxiety. I know anxiety was my battle for so many years. I know I dealt with depression, but grief has always been my heaviest one. If you know me, you know I recently just lost my mother, and that has been maybe the toughest thing I've ever experienced in my life. I can't compare it to anything because nothing else mattered that much to me. But without my wife and without my family, and my church and my pastor. It's like I don't like, man, my friends, like, it's just like I got a great support system. So I'm thankful for that. But man, grief is crazy. I just never understood what to replace grief with, like the loss. I know people will tell you to pray. I know people will tell you God lean in, and I will, and I do, and that helps. It definitely do. But mentally, man, my mom, whew, so it's been rough, man. But like I said, with the strength from the Lord and God and Jesus, um, and my supporting cast from church, my wife has been amazing. She's been so on point. It's just been crazy because she's been like able to meet me right where I was at. But I'm not gonna get too much into that. But this is the object of the podcast where we can share time together and like really talk about some real stuff, and then go back to our lives, man, and just try to be better, try to find ways. But if you need help, don't hesitate to go get help, because don't suffer in silence. That's more dangerous. That's dangerous. That's where it's dangerous. Like if you have children, they don't need to see you go through that. If you have someone you could talk to, open that door to talk to them. And trust me, it's hard to look yourself in the mirror and admit sometimes that you're suffering from something, but it's okay. We all do. I don't think it's a human walking this earth that don't deal with something. I don't care how tight they look like they got it together. They deal with something. So don't ever think that. Don't ever think you're all alone, man. So yeah, man. So the Wells Way podcast, where we create and capture the story behind every frame. So make sure y'all tap in. I know y'all used to seeing me. If y'all see me on social, I'm real laid back. I don't really do the social thing too much, but we're gonna get a little more present on there because we got a whole situation coming. But I'm excited about that. And I hope you guys are too. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel now, and hit the bell so you can be notified when we drop new content. I will be keeping you posted when the podcast is coming. It's in the works. We're just getting it all together and getting it all right. We're not gonna rush this. And it's a couple other things we got going on that I think you guys will really enjoy. So make sure you stay close by. I appreciate you guys for still supporting. And I can't wait to get into it because we really tap in. I really start from like, I really go behind the curtain on this. So I did some test runs, man, and it was fun. So I can't wait to bring it to y'all. So just remember, I'm doing a little something different.
Hey, yo, the board and switched it up,
Come
man.
on, man. I done switched it up. I'm doing a little something different. So make sure you tune in. But in all, let's get back to this edit, man. So I want to slow that a little bit. Boom. Just a little bit. Not nothing crazy. Boom. It's at 100. I'm probably going to take it down to like 90, 91. Everything got the one on it. Maybe because I ain't using the mouse. I'm using the trackpad. I almost want to keep the way it looked, but I'm going to stabilize it. I almost wanted to keep the way the handheld look, like the little shake that's in it. But I feel like it's a little too messy. So I'm going to go down here to stabilization. I'm going to click on that, and you see right here it says stabilize. Now, camera lock keeps the camera still. It won't float when it stabilizes, because if you hit, and the zoom is on, which means it will crop it in before it, like, just to keep it in frame. If the case it gets a little, in the case the handheld is too shaky, um, without the zoom, it will go all erratic. If it needs to move and try to keep up with the frame, but if you camera lock it, it stays still, and if you hit the zoom, it just comes in a little bit, but it's perfect because it gives it like a float effect. Yeah, so you can control the strength, but right now I'm going to stay at perspective. You can drop it down. You can go to similarity and all those things, and there's detailed reviews on those things if you need to look those up. I'm not the expert to break that down for you, but they all have different effects or reasons why they are used when you're stabilizing your clip. But I'm just going to go ahead and keep it at perspective, and I'm gonna keep the zoom on just in case it needs to cut the frame something. I'm gonna go ahead and hit stabilize. Just that quick, it's done. Like that's the thing. Like moving, like just knowing where you're going while you editing is the biggest thing. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And I'm gonna slow it down a little bit more too. I like that. Change clip speed. It's at 91. Let's take it down to like 76, 78. I'm letting the mouse dictate where it wants to go because obviously I need a mouse. It's a trackpad I'm using. So let's see the sequence. We're going to go from the prayer. Yeah. Yep. I actually want some more of that. So I'm going to drag it over and pull back that way. Let's get some more hand. Yep. And I'm just going to hit stabilize again. All right, There we go.
You love,
Yep.
you
Look at that zoom.
love without end.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So that's the basis of how you lay the clips down and how you kind of get your video out now. This might not be to your liking, but this is just me showing you like really raw behind the scenes. I would be moving faster if I wasn't recording and trying to break down a little bit of detail for you guys. But I'm gonna look at what we got so far, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pause this and get to adding the rest of the clips, and then I'm gonna bring you guys back for the color correction. And hope you guys are enjoying this. I hope it's not too boring because I know it's editing. It's very tedious, and this is what keep a lot of people out of wanting to do it. But it will enhance your quality and your company if you're a video editor or a video film, or if you film, if you do music videos, if you do weddings. You need to learn how to edit because it's okay to outsource that, but if you're the one doing it, you up your value right away. So I advise the new creators to learn how to edit. Take the time. Now your style might be way different than mine. I'm a different guy. I was self-taught all the way up until 2 years ago. I mean, I'm still self-taught for these things. I'm in school for digital cinematography. It's a little more. That's a little more hectic. That's a little more heavy, so to speak. So yeah, so it's like a little bit more detailed on the film side of things. But right here is where no matter what you do in a visual world, you need to know how to edit or have some idea about it. So I'm in Davinci Resolve. I usually use Final Cut. If you're Adobe Premiere, I use that too. I use all of them, but Davinci Resolve has been my favorite over the over the last 6 months. I've been really locked in on it. So yeah, take a peek and let's just see if you can get familiar with editing, man. But I'll be back after this, man. I appreciate you guys checking in. I finished laying out the rest of the clips. I'm going to bring that back up just to show y'all what I came up with. But I did a little bit of filler, a teeny bit. This is for social. This is nothing. It's not web, and it's not for anything in particular. So it was no edit done to something in particular. This was just something to recap the Sunday that we just had at service. So it's very simple. It's very basic. It's not. I didn't add one transition. I used the cuts for the transition. Now we're going to move on to the color correction. You guys can come along for this portion. So let me go ahead and bring you back over to that. Um, let's go ahead and blow that up. All right, boom. So I'm going to show you what I got so far. Now hopefully y'all can see in that little clip. I'm not going to expand it because we're still in the workspace. So here we go.
When you love with no limit.
Very basic.
When you love with no boundaries. When you love without ending. No one
Just showing the raw emotion.
else can love the way you do.
Some retiming.
Say when you love.
That's it. And that's it. That's it. We had about 34, 35 seconds for this edit. You know what I mean? Something simple. I hope you guys like that. I hope it's simple enough for you guys that followed along. Again, let me know how you feel about that edit in the comments. I know it's basic. So now we're going into the color correction portion. And you see how it breaks every clip down. And this is not the screen I work from. I go over here and I select the color palettes, which is going to give you your lift, your primaries, basically, your color wheels, your lift, your gamma, your gain, and your offset. And down here you got your highlights, your shadows, your color boost, your saturation, your hues, your lumix mix. And I'm probably wrong about that, but that's just me. Like I said, self-taught. Yeah. So keep it to yourself or put it in the comments. I don't really care. But yeah, you got wheels down here where you can like pull and drag, different percentages and things like that. What I do now for my beginners, instead of me taking you to these like charts, click and drags, and there's so many different things, HDR, where you really can get deep into your darks, your lights, your shadows, and like your colors and temperatures, like really in depth. I'm not gonna go there yet. So I'm gonna click back on my primaries, the color wheels. And I'm gonna show you what I tend to do. So right now you see it's a black screen. I'm gonna just skim through a little bit. Let me see. Just so you can see, because that's the fade in. So I want to see the actual person. So I want to see the clip. So that's right there is good enough for me. Right there. I'm going to get it right there. So I can see the temperature. I can see the color. And honestly, so I shoot with the Sony FX30 at church. With what lens did I have on here? what lens was on when I shot? I think it was the 56 millimeter. Yes, the 56 millimeter. It is an auto lens, so it's an auto lens, which is great. So basically, it handles very well in low light. It's a 1.7. So yeah, it opens up pretty wide, and it actually can do real well in low light. And I'm grown, so we don't like open up wide. We grown, and we don't do all that. So anyway, let me just get that out of there, so you won't be spamming my comments saying craziness. But yeah, so what I do is for the beginners, this is what I advise if you're in Davinci Resolve and this is not your comfort zone. Down here is an A. Before you do anything with these wheels, it's an A right here. I'm gonna show you my process for a quick edit, and this should help you being new. I click that A. That's auto, obviously, and what is going to happen is DaVinci Resolve is going to take the best of what you shot. I shoot at a flat profile on the Sony FX30 and on my FX6. I shoot flat so I can take it to post and add the colors or enhance the colors and color correct. That way, if I overexpose, the program is going to bring it to a point where I can handle all the colors separately, or I can add what I need to add and just make it look better. So that's the only way I can really explain that right now. I wish I had more in-depth visual for you guys, but that'll come soon. So anyway, hope you guys enjoying this. But yeah, so you click the A and watch what happens. Boom! Right away, the contrasts came in. All it did was bring the color and enhance the colors and replace what was missing. So DaVinci Resolve is so good at metering the colors and getting it to a balance. Now, normally, if it was like shot in bright light, I would be taking the contrast down. I would be, like trying to, like, I would go auto and then I would take the contrast down, add some color, take some saturation out, use the highlights, bring down the shadows, lift the shadows, add some color boost, like that stuff. I know I never really messed with the hues. I think they changed the look of the total clip. Now, there's times where you have to, but right now I don't. Just to keep a little bit color there. And I'm still going to add, instead of 15, let's do 10. And I'm saying percent, but I don't know if it's percent, but I'm just adding 15. I'm going to take the lift and come down some because I know that it's overexposed. The shadows, I'm going to bring down some. The highlights, I'm going to also bring down some. Now, the light is giving you like a glaze over the scene because first it was hard light. So what we basically did was just soften that light up. So I'm going to take saturation and go 45. Let's see what 45 do. Just enough. Hit this, might not have nothing to do. I like that a lot. I'm just going to pull the saturation down to 40 because it's so orangey and yellowy up in here, and then all the browns are turning yellowy orange because of it. But again, the yellowy oranges is pulling on the brown, and then you got the dull brown here. So what I'm gonna do is, and there's more stuff you could do. Like I got the dropper here. I could click on that and change. I can really get in depth, but I just want to show you the quick way to go through. So basically, I'm gonna just take the saturation down to 40. Now watch the background. Watch the yellow. Watch this, the yellowy orange, because it's like orangey yellow. So now I'm gonna hit enter, and it just pulled it down just enough. Ooh, see how DaVinci Resolve just pulls the skin tones back and the background color and then the highlights of the hair light and everything is just, and it's just amazing. So like shout out to DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so we click auto, and boom, look how much color it put in there. So all I'm gonna do right off the top is take this down to 40, which is the saturation. Hit enter, and it just dulls it down. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Now here for the color boost, I'm gonna add 10. Now it brings some color back. So it can trick you. It can make you think that the clip is overexposed, but it's just white hitting the sensor, which is a very bright color by default, obviously. But it's a light behind me that's also reflecting off this white. So we have to see what we got here. So when I hit auto, all kinds of things can happen. All kinds of things can happen when I hit auto right here. But let's see what we get. Not bad. Do you see the colors? They like, look at the colors pop. Let's see what it looked like raw. I'm not gonna touch nothing.
You love with.
I love that. Hard to notice if you're not looking for it, but when you're editing and when you're doing color correction, you'll start to learn what happens when certain things are blending. So yes, then I'll take the offset and I'll pull down, and it gives it a contrasty. Now the light looks naturally hitting. Yes, the light is taking a window, but we can see detail in the window. But we also now created a hair light around our subjects. That's what we use the harsh light to create. See how hard the light hitting her face right here? Like but it creates the line around. So it's like a light around him as well. And that's because of that white. That's because of that white. But anyway, so it's just about enhancing the color. It's not about creating color. It's already there. You just gotta pull it to life. Not bad. I thought it was gonna change. I see some flare like in his hair right here. This is bad. I don't like that at all. That I don't like. Let's see what it do.
No one else can love the
That's T. That's see, like that right there really messed me up. And I don't want to turn this into a professional edit. I want to keep it as simple as I
way you
can.
do.
That made me mad.
Can
Look at
love
that red dot. Lord have mercy. So what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna do is this is my little trick that I'm gonna do, and hopefully this works for y'all. I'm gonna take the saturation and pull it all the way down. We're gonna turn this to a black and white clip. It's flat already. The profiles of most of the shots are flat anyway, besides the crowd shots. Anything close up is pretty flat. So I'll go black and white, and let's see if that red dot just turns into like a light splash, a light flare.
no one else can
Boom.
love
Red light
the
gone.
way you
So we're at the final frame of the final shot. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and hit the auto button and see what that light do over in the corner. Not bad. Davinci Resolve, man. Listen, Davinci Resolve is very, very on point, especially right now. Now it's very it's heavy contrast, but at the same time, the detail that it's pulling. I see some reflection back here, and that's off the window, off from the light. The light is doing some things. Our goal is to just make that light softer. That's really it. So it doesn't take away from the image. Right there. So let's go back to Mike and watch it
can
through.
love the way you do.
Mm-hmm.
Say when you love.
All right, so that's exporting, and there's only like a 35, between 35, 40-second clip. All right, y'all. So for the first time, we about to see what we did on the edit. Hope y'all enjoyed. I hope this was informational. I hope this was a learning tool for somebody. I hope that the new creatives is not intimidated by this and is willing to do it. It's fun. It's fun when you know what you're doing. You will move faster than this when you're just trying stuff, and just try. You'll come up with your own vision. But here we go, y'all. Let me lift the music up. The music it's called Crash by Phil Thompson. And here we go.
When you love with no limits. When you love with no boundaries. When you love without ending. No one else can love the way you do. Say when you love.
There you have it. And it was fun, man. This is a little different, little out my comfort zone, but I was able to enjoy my time with you guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it with me. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, so you can be notified when we drop new content. And don't forget the podcast is coming. So it's crazy. So I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I'm James Wells from Create Something Every Day. Get ready for the Wells Way podcast. You know what I mean? So I just want y'all to be aware that we're doing some things, and I want y'all to be a part of it. So thanks for joining us. I'll see y'all next time. This video long enough. I'm going to go edit this so I can throw it on YouTube. And I might post some shorts on socials. So if you follow me, you'll see some snippets, man. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video. All my new creatives, keep creating, create something every day. Don't forget to thank God for the power and everything that he's given you. Bless your family, man. Bless yourself. And come back and see me again. You hear me? And I see y'all soon, man. It's been fun. Y'all take it easy.